Okay, I think we're live. Welcome to another and new episode of Soul Infused Monday. And today I'm very excited. Today it's a really special edition because I have a live interview with a very dear friend and colleague of mine, business coach and money expert, Sherina Mayani, is in the house today from Panama. And I want to welcome her. Sherina, welcome to the Soul Infused Monday.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. And we're going to talk about a lot of things today. We're going to talk about self-love, self-worth, but also a lot about money and how to actually clear money, or what, there's so many programs and so many limiting beliefs that we all know about money. We're going to talk about this a lot. And for anyone who's watching right now, this is the first time I do this interview, and I want to make sure that you actually hear us and see us properly. So leave a comment below, say hello, send us some love, and let us know if you hear and see us properly. Okay, great. And I want to jump in right away, Sherina. And as I'm known to be really an expert in energy work and the deeper inner work to become free from the outside. And I also know that a lot of people struggle with money, the freedom outside. So it's an honor to have you here today because I want to combine those a little bit and talk about how they're also linked. But before we jump in there, would you mind to just share a little bit about you? So what you do, why you do what you do, and what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, thank you, Sonia. First off, I'm really excited to be here. And what I do is exactly that. I help mainly women get unstuck with theof money in terms of their mindset and energy, so they can really get results in their business, make consistent income, grow, create an impact, all of that stuff, which I think is so powerful and so important. And I think what I want to talk about today, Sonia, is really just share a little bit about this concept, right? And how if you're feeling stuck with money or with anything in your life, that there's a way to get unstuck, right? Like, I know, Sonia, you do amazing work with confidence, helping people feel like in their body and amazing, and like, so they can go for their goals. So it's gonna be a really powerful conversation. I'm really excited.
Okay, me too. Super excited about that.
Yeah.
And why I also invited Sherina is because she does the energy part as well. And everything is energy. And I want to set the foundation a little bit because I talk a lot about being confident and having self-worth and loving yourself really also means to be in touch with who you are, your true self, and then to also show up in the world. And a lot of my people or in my community, Sherina, I hear a lot that struggle with money. They often say, oh, I can't afford it, or I don't have enough. And that relates somehow also to that I'm not good enough. There is not enough. And from my work, it's also like I'm not enough. And can you talk a little bit about from your experience and how you help women to actually overcome that inner dialogue or that inner struggle so they also have enough on the outside?
I know. Yeah, it's such a powerful question, Sonia. And it really starts with that in inner work that you mentioned. It's key, right? It's like, if you don't feel good, you're going to start attracting people who feel the same. And let me share with you guys a story. Like, when I started my business early on, I was following The Secret, law of attraction, it's like visualize, think of positive things, it's going to come to you. And so yeah, it wasn't working for me, right? It wasn't working for me. And I had this dream that I wanted to create an impact, that was what I wanted to do. I wanted to be someone, I wanted to feel like somebody. I felt like nobody liked me, nobody loved me, but I wanted to be someone like, oh, I know who Sherina is. Call it ego, call it whatever you want, but that was my goal. And I wanted to be free. Right? I wanted to be able to travel the world, do what I wanted to do, having no one tell me you cannot do it, right? That's what I really, really wanted. And in that process, I found out about The Secret. I was following law of attraction, but it wasn't working for me, right? There was something about it that wasn't like I was manifesting like small little things, right? For those of you watching, like, have you watched, I'm sure you guys have watched The Secret, law of attraction, like, you work it, but it's not really working fully for you, right? Like, you're visualizing the car, but the car is not in the garage yet, right? And it wasn't working for me fully, right? Exactly. And then I realized I came across this concept of clearing. I came across this concept of, why? One of the reasons we don't really achieve or manifest what we want is because our energy repels it. And this concept really amazed me, right? This concept, Sonia, and I was like, whoa. And then I had a mentor who told me, Shana, Sherina, if you believe that money is hard to make, you won't be making money easily because you believe that. And remember, even though you're thinking it's easy to make, but you don't really truly believe that in your energy, in your mind, and you're not really aligned with it, it's your reality is going to be what you're believing. And it really hit me, Sonia, because I was like, wow. And I realized like I used to think very negatively about money, right? And for those of you listening too, like, what are you thinking about money, about life? Like, even though you're manifesting, you're using the secret, and it's like, inside you're thinking, oh my God, I'm not good enough. No one's gonna pay me. You know what I mean? Like, I get that a lot. Like, no one's gonna pay me that. Like, I'm scared to charge for my service. And then in that, I was like, you know what? I went into a mission that I was like, I was going to work my blocks. Like, I'm gonna clear this money stuff. I'm gonna sit down, write my money story, and like clear these limiting beliefs. But then I didn't know how. I was like, okay, I understand this concept, but I was like, Sonia, how do we do this? Yeah. How do I go inside and clear? How do I know it's clear? Like, how do I do this? And I was like, looking for opportunities, because like, even though I was like, okay, cleared, it wasn't happening, right? So I came across techniques like tapping, but I came across these techniques that I started using to help me clear my money stuff. And something amazing happened, Sonia, because at the time I was making like, literally I was working full time, making $1,200 a month. And using this technique, using like all the things that I learned, I started my business, right? And in my 3rd month of business, Sonia, I made my first $5,000. Again, for me it was crazy because like making $1,200 to $5,000 is a big jump. And so now what's crazy too is that I kept on clearing. I kept on using these techniques. Anytime I felt like anything like negative come around money, I started doing this, right? My first year in business, Sonia, I made my first 6 figures. 6 figures.
And I really want people, and I want to, you said so many good things, Sherina. Let me pause you here for a second, because a few things is, and what you said, and it applies to everything, but you said you kept clearing. Like the one thing that I also say, also, like, you need to stay consistent and you need to face what it is. And it doesn't matter if even if you don't know what the secret is, forget about it. Don't get hooked up to it. It's just really the concept of energy, attention, and you attract what you radiate. And it can be really also unconscious. You don't get up in the morning thinking, oh, you know what? I'm going to be broke. I'm not going to, I feel I'm not good enough. I'm going to sabotage myself. We don't wake up consciously like that, but that's what's often going on unconscious. And that are the blocks that need to be clear. So I just want to, if anyone is caught up with, oh, what's the secret and what I don't think this way. You don't think this way maybe consciously, but you have that unconscious and in your energy system. And even though you might wake up in the morning thinking, oh, I want to make $5,000, but you're not making them, right? And so I just want to clarify that because it's so super important what you just shared, Sherina. So give us a little, continue, give us more.
Yeah, and it's funny, and it's not only for people who are like, oh, but I'm good with money. Like, if you're good with money and you're looking to make more, you needed more. Like, and then what happened, Sonia, with me is that I made money, right? But then my money wasn't consistent. I wasn't making consistent income. So after my 2nd year in business, where I was like up and down, feast and famine, I was like, okay, what's going on here? Like, why am I not making consistent income? And I realized that in order to make consistent income, I had to keep on doing the work. Because even though I was consistent the 1st year, 2nd year, I stopped. I thought I knew it all, right? I thought I was like, oh, I'm making money, I'm good. No, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm sure you guys have felt this where you're like, oh, I'm good, right? And I kept on working. Today, I'm now currently in my 4th year of business. And, we're making now multiple 6 figures. Today, I'm helping women from all around the world make multiple 6 figures, and even 7 figures. I have a client who makes, when she started working with me, Sonia, she was making she made $1 million. And we've been working now for 9 months, and she's making multiple $1 million. Like, just the other day, she's like, Sherina, I made a €7 million sale. And I was like, how crazy. And for me, I've not made yet a 7 figures yet. I say yet because, it's all matter of time and size of the dream. But it's amazing what can happen wherever you are in your life, in your business. If you're looking to go to that next level, there might be something unconscious that you might not be aware of that needs to be released. And here's the thing, we don't know what it is. I have another colleague that we both know who is looking to make $100,000 in a month, $100,000 a month. She was doing great. Like, this woman is making money. She's good, right? Like, she's great. And I noticed with her, like, there was something, and I was like, look, can I help you? Like, there's something here. And we helped her with that. She made $100,000 in 33 days, right? Like $103,000 in 33 days or something like that. But it's crazy what happens. Like, you might not even know So yeah, like if you are here and you're like, oh my God, there's something that I want more in my life. Maybe it's your business, more money, or more anything, right? Sonia, like more anything. Yeah, let us know. Let us know in the chat box. I think it's also fun to make this interactive. Like share with us.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
want to
say
say
yes, right?
yes. Yeah, and here she says amazing. Okay, and a few other comments. The one thing that I also want to say is, because different people hear different things. Like, and in the beginning, I was similar like you, Sherina. I just wanted to have $5,000 a month regularly, and that was a lot of money for me. It was a lot of money for me. So if you hear numbers like when Sherina says, "Hey, millions and multiple seven," you say, "Oh my God, this is for." Don't don't let yourself encourage. It doesn't matter what you want. It's about the freedom and what you want to create in your life. So, because we are often so limited that we can't even believe or grasp that we might be able to earn that much money. And it's not that long ago, Sherina, it's not that long ago that I didn't believe I could have a six-figure business.
I know.
It's not that long ago, right? So, and the constant inner work, and that was not my focus in the beginning. My focus in the beginning for me was to love myself, to be fully myself, to be confident, to show up in the world. And then the money piece came with it and said, okay, so I want to have also that outer freedom. And so regardless where you are in your life right now, if you earn $100 a month, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, this applies to everyone. And it applies to you also if you don't have a business, if you are employed, even if you're unemployed, even more. Like, depending on where you are, it's really your thinking, your energy, your beliefs deep inside, the blocks that are blocking you. So, and that are the blocks that Sherina helps me to clear. I just want you to know that this is super helpful regardless if you have your own business or not. That's correct, Sherina, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Because here's the thing, like, I don't call myself like a weight coach or anything like that, or a love coach, but like I do clearings for a friend of ours who's a love coach. I do clearings for her group, who all are looking for more love, right? And like with these clearings, they open stuff up in their lives, like I do. And for weight, like and some of the results that people get, like especially with weight, they lose weight because sometimes we hold on to stuff that we don't need to. When we release, like we're actually losing weight. So
yeah, absolutely. I love to say that. And I also want to mention, stick until the end, because Sherina has a really great training that she's gonna offer you towards the end, where you can learn more and actually do some clearing with her, and it's absolutely for free, so stay until the end. And Sherina, can you give us or our audience like one tip or one little thing that they can do to start clearing? Of course, the clearing work needs help more, but it's one little thing that they can start doing right away.
Yeah, I think the first thing is to be aware. Like, be aware. Like, I think so many times we're going in our life and we're not aware about things. We're not aware about our triggers. We're not aware that we're not feeling good or that we're angry most of the time. Like, I used to be this angry person all the time, and it was like, I wasn't aware that I was this angry person all the time, right? Start being aware. I believe that awareness is key, because sometimes we're like, we wanna go there, we wanna be more confident, we wanna make more money, or whatever it is that your goal is, right? And it's like, why am I not reaching there? So it's very important to be aware, like, whoa, like what's going on there? There are things that maybe might be holding you back or whatever. Not making yourself wrong, right? It's not about like looking for fault in you. It's also need to be clear. It's not about you feeling incomplete, you feeling like, oh, there's something wrong with me, I need to fix me. You're not wrong or anything like that, right? You're awesome, you're perfect as you are. It's just like, if you want to reach the next level, it's good to be aware, like, oh, like there's a mismatch in my thinking versus where I'm looking to go. It's important to look at that, right? Like you and me, Sonia, mastermind, right? And it's like, we're always looking at each other thinking like, oh, Sonia, like, look. And Sonia tells me like, Shina, look, like, it's so powerful to be aware, which I think the mastermind is also helps a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And I say that a lot too. So I appreciate you sharing that. Awareness is the first step. It could be as simple as to say, hey, I'm aware that I might have a block. That alone will guide you in the right direction, because before you might have not been even aware of it. And then to do the work and to get help is super crucial. And that's why, no matter what level we are, you, Sherina, is super successful. I do my thing, and we still support each other. Like there's always something that we are blind to ourselves, and someone from the outside can exactly see, oh, this is going on, and this is going on.
It's a blind
And
spot.
I also want, while we keep talking, I want to tell the audience this is a unique opportunity for you to ask Sherina a question.
Yeah.
So leave a comment. It can be around money, around energy, around money. But she's an expert in specifically about clearing the money blocks, and that's why I invited her today for you to give you value. So ask a question, and Sherina will answer it live here. So take a moment. Whatever, there's no bad question, wrong question. Everything is welcome. I just want you to know. So
Can
that
I say something about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Yeah, and for those of you watching the replay too, like ask your questions. Like I will come back to this thread and answer it. And here's why I'm gonna encourage you guys to ask. And here's and it's because like sometimes we're like, oh my god, this is so cool, but then what do I do with this? It's important. Sometimes for me and sometimes to help you guys even more, it's more that you ask questions. I always tell my audience too, it's like, if you guys don't tell me what's going on with you, you don't ask me anything, like I have no clue how to help you, right? It means Sonia are committed. Which is why Sonia even brought me here in the first place, right? She's like, I want you to help my people, like I want you to give service, and which is why we're here. So ask any questions. And one question, Sonia, I get a lot is like, how do I know that I have a block? Like, how do I know that there's something to clear? Like, so for some people, this concept is so new. For some people, it's like, oh, interesting, I understand, but it's not worked for me before. Like, why will this help me? So I really just want to answer those two questions in advance, because those are the two questions I get a lot. And again, any questions is good. If you're watching the replay, post your questions. Me and Sonia will come back and respond and help you guys. So how do you know that you have a block? How are you feeling most of the time? If you're feeling triggered most of the time, angry, stressed, anxious, and you're feeling like that you cannot do what you want to do, there's something holding you back. It's a clear indicator, right? That's number one. And in terms of will this work for you? Because I get a lot of people, Sonia, tell me like, oh, I don't know, this is very different, weird. And it's like, I can just share with you this. I work with clients from all around the world, and there's one particular client who's calling me right now. Like, I don't know, I just feel like telling you, her name is Christina. And Christina was very skeptical about stuff. Like, Christina is a mom, she works in finance, she's all about numbers, things making sense, like logic, masculine world. She's a single mom, so you can just imagine how like strong she is. And this concept was so bizarre to her. She's like, what's this clearing stuff? Like, you're crazy, Sherina. I was like, give it a try. You know, what do you have to lose? She gave it a try. Because she knew how to do the business, right? But she didn't realize that her mind was holding her back to making the business work for her, the strategy work for her. Like, she was following her coach, her business coach, and she's like, something's not clicking. Like, why am I not getting results, right? So we did this work. I helped her with some stuff, and she had this thing where she didn't feel like, she felt it was too much. She felt like she couldn't handle it. So we cleared that stuff and helped her get into the energy that she could handle it. Today, she's a woman celebrating 10K months on her way to leave her job, right? Because she was following the strategy, Sonia, but something wasn't like clicking. So yeah, I just wanted to answer those questions in advance. Those are the two questions Sonia all the time. So I was like, just answer in advance. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say to everybody who's watching and also for the replay, don't try. What I often hear is like, this is such an opportunity. You have two experts and one money expert here. And I know, because I know some of the people that are watching, that you're actually struggling with money. So here's the opportunity. Don't be shy. There's nothing wrong to share. It can be as simple, the most simple question. There's no stupid question. Okay, so we have a question from Gila. Thank you, Gila, and it's so great. Gila is in Israel, by the way. Welcome, Israel. And Sherina is actually in Panama. And I'm in the Turks and Caicos Islands. How cool is that? Okay, so here's her question. What do you do? To clear our money blocks? What is the strategy? Okay,
Gila. Great question, Gila. So here's the strategy. It's like paying attention. Everyone wants to know the strategy. This is fun. I think we should do something where we like, this is really fun. I love these questions. This is so exciting. So what's the strategy? First, as I mentioned, being aware, like, hey, like, I don't believe I can do it. I don't feel I deserve it. Like, just being aware. That's number one step. Number two, what I would recommend, just to give you guys something today, write these things down. Write them down. And one technique that I really like, that I really teach all the time, is tapping. For those of you who are unfamiliar with what tapping is, it's basically, it's like acupuncture, but with no needles, where we put pressure in certain points of the body, in our meridian points, and it helps us clear energy. So doing tapping is very powerful. Again, you actually, at the end, if you guys stick with me till the end, I'll give you a gift that you will get a video of tapping so you can clear your blocks right today if you want to. So that's exciting. So stick with us till the end. That's one of the ways, like writing down all of this stuff, being aware and starting the tapping, starting clearing it. It starts now. You guys will be amazed. Once you start being aware that it's there, it'll start shifting, because in awareness you can shift the energy.
Yeah. Okay, great. And
that answer your question, Gila? Yeah, Gila. Okay.
Yeah, and Barbara also wanted to know, yes, what is the strategy? Yeah. And to simplify, I mean, one thing and I love about it, but the strategy is just to decide that you want to clear them in the first place.
Yes.
Like if you are in a place that you feel, I live from paycheck to paycheck, or you hear yourself saying often, I can't afford it. If I only would have the money. Pay attention. I think, and what Sherina said with awareness, it's exactly it. The strategy in the very beginning is pay attention to your own thoughts and hear yourself. And it takes time. I used to say I can't afford it all the time in the past, until at some point I realized this is so disempowering. When I say I can't afford it, then you close the door. There's no way. And to simply erase that from your vocabulary, if you erase that and you say something simple like, even as simple as I don't know how to afford it yet, or I
don't do it now, but I'm open to,
Well, even honesty is always great. It's more empowering than closing the door. Even if you, the first little step, hey, I'm scared of investing. Okay, how could I? How could I instead of I can't? These simple things in the beginning is already super, super powerful. And then if you feel like you're stuck, you get help, right? Yeah. But to know that you want to be somewhere else that you are right now is really the first and the most important step. Okay, and there's another question. Let's see. Gila, I love Gila's activity here today. So when we are aware and clearing, then opportunities open up? Good question.
Yeah, because what's happening is, like, for example, let's say you're looking to manifest more clients, as an example, because that's like what people come to me for, right? So it's like, you want more clients. When you're not getting clients, when it's getting blocked, okay, when you start being aware, like, oh, I don't want, like, you start being aware of what's going on, you start clearing, you'll start noticing, like, people being attracted to you. You start noticing things. Because what happens when we clear, guys, just to put it simple, when we're clearing blocks, our energy frequency is rising, because organically our energy is supposed to rise, but these blocks is what holds it down, so it rises organically. When it rises, we become a match to the opportunities, to the desires. Like, it's like radio frequency. You know, we're vibrating at 5.4 because of all the heaviness in our energy. And when we release the heaviness, the blocks, our energy raises to 10.10. Whereas where all the opportunities is there, is the 6 figures is there. Like, you know, it's like people, like the opportunities, resources, opportunity, I'm repeating, events, circumstances, like they're in that frequency, right? Like a higher frequency. You hear this a lot, right? Like the high vibe, like, so yeah, that's what happens, like, in terms of why it happens. You're clearing, so your energy is releasing, therefore you're attracting more opportunities. One thing though I see a lot happen, so yeah, it's like, once we start clearing and opportunities start coming in, it's like, which one should I do? Right? It's like, it becomes a different issue. That's a different story. But yeah.
Yeah, and I love that question, Gila, because, and anyone who's a little bit aware of energy, and even if you're not aware, it's like, how you radiate, your energy is what creates your reality. So the more you clear blocks, it doesn't matter if it's around money, about love, about self-worth, whatever the blocks are, the more you clear them, you open up the space to attract something different. So from my own experience, and of course I can't guarantee that to anyone, but every time I release a block around anything, a new opportunity opens up, because I am open to it. I am ready to receive something that I was not ready to receive before because I was blocked, right? Okay, and time is passing by so quickly, Sherina. I want you to talk a little bit, because I invited you today, and I want to give people an opportunity to work even further with you or get a little bit more of information. And you are offering a free training this week. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
why don't you share a little bit what they can expect? And even though it's targeted towards business or creating a business, I know it's valuable for any person that resonates with this topic. And I'll be happy to put the link to that free training here so that anyone can join you.
Yeah, thank you, Sonia. So basically, I'm doing this training this week, which is basically, as Sonia mentioned, it's a free training where I'm going to be sharing with you, like in terms of how to start your business. And one of the things that I'm going to teach you in this training is how to become a money magnet, how to clear your blocks, how to make consistent income. And it's going to be powerful for you if you're looking to start and grow your business, if you're looking to shift your energy, like you guys are asking about how to shift the energy, things like that. I would encourage you guys to join. Sonia's going to post the link. And here's what I'm going to do as well. Like when you guys join, in your email, you actually get a link to a clearing video, a tapping video. So it's going to be very fun because in that tapping video, you guys are sharing like, what's the strategy? That's your strategy. Start following that video and you'll start seeing how things start moving. Like I've done this training before, and one of my clients who is now a client who came to this training, she did this video and this clearing video, and it was very powerful for her. In that video, she actually manifested 2 new clients, right? Again, I talk in terms of clients and business, but again, it will help you for wherever you are. It's really for people who are looking for a shift, who really want to like amp their energy, who want to like make money, right? Create an impact, be consistent in their life, have consistent results. That's for who this is for. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys today.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I think you should see the link, and if not, I will post it later in the comments as well. And 2 things. If you have even the smallest thing about money, and let's be real, who hasn't? Like, who has not an issue with money and struggle? We are also collectively conditioned, and there's so many collective, very limiting beliefs that don't serve us anymore, that just don't serve us. And the more consciousness and more love is spread out, and money is the tool on this planet to share, to give, to receive, to share appreciation, to get, to give. Like, it's just a tool that we use. Money is not good or bad. It's who you are, and what you do with the money that you have will make an impact in the world. And I had really limiting beliefs about that. Also, like, I'm spiritual. Money is not important to me. And it's not good to have so much money, not consciously, obviously, but the more conscious and heart-centered people, and people who really have a desire to help, the more they have the resources to do that, the better the world will be. So I think to generate money or to have abundance, also on the physical term, like with money, the monetary abundance, is actually an act of service for the world. I really feel that, and I did not believe that before, but I feel very adamant about it. Like, if I'm broke, I will not make a huge impact in the world because I'm too busy and I don't have the resources. So it's really all about energy, and money is not good or bad. It's what you do with it. I just wanted to say that. I think it's super important. So join the training. It's a huge opportunity to work with Sherina. Sherina, is it correct? You're going to do some energy clearing live on that call, right?
Yes, and that training is a part where we're going to be doing a very live clearing. So it's going to be a very cool opportunity for you to start shifting your energy and start creating some awesome opportunities for yourself. Yes.
Awesome. And so it's already time, but I'm going to stay like maybe 2 more minutes. Do you have any last questions, any comments? Leave me a comment below. Was this valuable? What was the most valuable thing? Do you have a last question? Just put anything real quick in the comment. 1 more minute, 60 seconds. Write down anything, even if it's to say goodbye.
I know. And also for those, again, who do put questions and we go offline, who are watching the replay, like me and Sonia will come back and respond. So ask your questions, share with us your comments. Again, the more we know about you guys, the more we can help you guys too, right? So share with us what's your takeaway. Like, let us know. For sure.
Yeah, let us know. If we don't know, we don't know. If we don't know, we can't help you. So last few seconds. And Sherina, do you have any last words or anything you would like to leave the audience with before we bring this to a close?
Yeah, I think most important, I love what you said, Sonia, earlier about making the decision, right? So like make the decision that you are going to go for it, right? Like make the decision that you are going to go for success, whatever it is that you want, right? If you want more money, you want to create your business, whatever you want, right? Make the decision to go for it. And not only don't just make the decision, be like, I'm deciding, that's it. Do something, take action. Here's where people get stuck. They manifest and stuff, but they don't take action. Action is important. You know, our brain gets trained, and when we make a decision in the 48 hours, there's science behind this. But if you make a decision and you take an action like 48 hours after, your brain starts getting programmed that you are going to go for it. You have your brain working for you. So if you signed up for the training, if you signed up like messaging us or whatever, or asking questions, like complete the task, right? Take action, show up live. If you really can't, fine, but like take action, right? Make a decision and take action. You will see the amazing impact you get in your life and all of it. It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sherina. I was just looking here, and when I look away from you, it's because I get some more comments and I want to use. And Patty said you can't get the link to work. I just posted the link as a comment, so you should just be able to click. And Gila says, yes, this is really valuable. Thanks so much. Thank you so much for being here. We love it. Guille is here. Love it. I think, let me see if you can show this. I think it's so important clearing all of our negative beliefs. Yes, absolutely. Here, Patty, awareness is key. Thanks for that. Here, Guille is signed up for the free training. Whoop, whoop.
I was going to say, you got to sign up. Yeah.
Yeah, sign up, definitely. I just posted the link in the comment section as well, and I will send out again and put it there. So if you're watching the replay, the link is definitely somewhere. So sign up. And it's Wednesday, right? Is it going to be Wednesday, the training,
yes,
Sherina?
Wednesday. Yes, 4 p.m. Central.
4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern time, I think. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. This was a very special Soul Infused Monday show. Remember how you start the week, set the tone to the rest of your week. And if you feel like you're blocked and you need some more inspiration, sign up for the free training. Come back next Monday again to another Soul Infused Monday show at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. And Sherina, thank you so much for being here. Love you all. Bye-bye.